Yep, what's going on YouTube? This your boy Showtime, the Zard, the flyest vlogger on the planet. Welcome back to the channel. Got a couple hip hop news and cultural updates for you guys as always. But before we jump into all that, you know we gotta handle some business first. See that subscribe button right there on your screen. I know you see it. Click that, turn that bell icon on so that you're notified each and every time I drop a video. Now let's jump into today's video. So as I mentioned to you guys last video, King Von was killed in Atlanta. He got into an altercation with some members from Quando Rondo's group, and two other individuals were killed that night. Now, apparently, his girlfriend, Asian Doll, tweeted out that, quote, King Von's last words was, "Y'all let them niggas get up on me. Stop crying. Y'all let them get me." End quote. Now, DJ Academics had an interview where he spoke with the manager of King Von, and the manager said that Asian Doll wasn't there. So how does she know what King Von's last words were? And he said he reached out to Asian Doll, and she said that she spoke with a spiritual advisor, and the spiritual advisor told Asian Doll that these were King Von's last words. Now, I'm not gonna tell nobody that how they feel anything spiritually, right? I've heard of stories where people have had people come to them in dreams and tell them what to do. I've had somebody tell me that they, spoke to God, and God told them to go in a certain direction based on the fact that they turned on the TV and they felt like this was God speaking to them. So I'm not gonna tell nobody that how to conduct their spiritual journey. All I want to say is that I do think it does sound like bad timing, because something like that, it just feels like it's convenient. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to tell whether she's telling the truth or not. And it sounds like, if this is true, that his spirit is mad. So I'm not gonna say that she's right or wrong. Again, I just feel like it just seems convenient and bad timing for her to say this. I know it's like, well, how is it bad timing and this just happened? Because I feel like if you're going through your own spiritual journey, and if King Von is actually talking to you or talking to your spiritual advisor, something like that, you want to keep near and dear and close to your heart. That's what I would think, right? I don't think I would be telling people that I spoke to somebody from the dead out via tweet or via social media. You know what I'm saying? I would tell people close to me how I feel about that, but not in social media form. I just think it is, and plus things get taken out of context via social media. So that's just how I feel about that. Now, Asian Doll did respond to King Von's manager, saying basically, how did you speak to the dead, and kind of making it seem like she was crazy. She did respond to it, but she kind of brushed it off, kind of saying like, look, I'm not even about to get into it with you about all of this, because it's nothing. Y'all telling me to attack this man, it's nothing. I'm not even finna get into it with y'all about this, or get into it with you about that. I said what I said, and I feel her on that. Like, I'm not about to explain to nobody what I feel in my spirit, and she shouldn't have to, right? She's in a grieving stage, and as are a lot of people. And King Von spoke to a lot of people. I told you he was a phenomenal storyteller in my last vlog, and he was. So I think he reached a lot of people. And right now, this is a very confusing time, because this is just like a reminder of how bad 2020 has been for everybody. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. How do you feel about Asian Doll speaking to King Von via the spirit world, or do you think that she is just grieving and being delusional? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Alright, so keeping on with this story, but kind of moving on to the next subject. So T.I. is catching some flack right now because he posted something on Instagram that stated, Atlanta is a beautiful and progressive city filled with black excellence. We uplift each other and we win together. Stop coming here to kill each other. That shit is played out management. Now, a lot of people are disappointed with him posting that, including Waka Flocka and King Von's sister, who said that T.I. needs to mind his own business and that he needs to make things right with his daughter. 50 Cent also weighed in on it and said, T.I., you shouldn't have said anything. You kind of talking out of turn right now. The same thing with Waka Flocka. He said, T.I., you blaming people for being gangsters, but that's the word that you came from, and now you trying to make it look as though you better than them, etc., etc. Then there was some people in the comments commenting on T.I., and T.I. actually said that the post was taken out of context because he wasn't speaking on King Von and Quando Rondo. Now, here's my take on it. I definitely think that T.I. had the King Von Quando Rondo altercation in mind when he made the post. Even if it was just for like a few minutes, I definitely think he had elements of that altercation in his mind when he made the post. I don't like that Waka Flocka told him no, he shouldn't speak on it because that's the life that he came from, so him speaking on it is not a good idea. But I think T.I. is the perfect person to speak on it because he's telling them what every street person would tell him, which is it's only two ways this ends, is death or in jail. So I think that Waka Flocka was out of place for that one. But I understand, though, a lot of people's frustration with it because it seems like it was poor timing by T.I., which I understand that. Now, I get that element of it, too. But I also am not going to tell this man to not uplift the community and tell them that there's other ways to do this. You know what I mean? Like, there's other ways to handle these situations, and we can't always resort to violence. And also, in a time like this where we just had a presidential election and everything going on with Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and everything like that, I think black people really want peace right now. And on top of that, we got the COVID-19 going on and people are losing family members left and right. I really don't like, this was very, very poor timing for this King Von death to happen, man. Like I say, he was an up and coming artist and a lot of people was liking his music. So I get where T.I. is coming from, and I also get where people like King Von's sister is coming from as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. What side are you on? Are you on T.I.'s side, or are you on King Von's sister's side? Does T.I. have a point, and does King Von's sister have a point? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, guys, last two things I want to talk to you about before I get out of here today. So Jeezy was on the Breakfast Club, and he says that he's going to be dropping a Recession 2. Also, he said that him and Charlamagne the God have a podcast, which he dropped yesterday, titled The Recession Podcast. It says it's only 6 episodes right now, and he's going to be dropping episodes when the album comes out as well, so that it's like a episode of album, or I'm sorry, episode, and there's a track that follows along with the episode. So that sounds pretty dope, man. I'm definitely in anticipation for this Jeezy rollout, man. We got him doing the versus battle. We also got him with a podcast and an album coming out. So that sounds dope, man. And I'm excited about this Jeezy content. Let me know what you guys think about that. Are you going to listen to the podcast and the album as well? So let me know what you guys think about that. And the last thing I want to leave you guys on is, so obviously we know that Joe Biden has become the president-elect and that Kamala Harris will be the vice president. I'm just curious what you guys think about a lot of the Trump supporters saying that the election was stolen from President Trump. And they're saying that there's voters fraud. My only thing is with the voters fraud thing, guys, is it's very, very unlikely that voters fraud happens. So I just think that you guys are reaching with that one. I don't think that it's voters fraud, only because when I read about voters fraud, I just seen that it's just damn near impossible for it to happen. Not impossible, but just almost impossible. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that voters fraud took place in this election? Or do you think that Trump supporters are just being sore losers? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe. And until next time, I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.